Ralph Lauren's Winter House Heritage Farmhouse with vintage florals, stylish, nostalgic, inviting. Introduction: a winter retreat with timeless Ralph Lauren style. When winter arrives, few names evoke warmth and sophistication quite like Ralph Lauren. His winter house aesthetic, rooted in heritage farmhouse living, layered with vintage florals and classic design, captures a perfect balance between elegance and comfort. This is where style meets nostalgia. Roaring fireplaces, equestrian touches, and rooms dressed in luxurious fabrics that tell a story of timeless taste. Ralph Lauren's winter interiors aren't just about decor. They're about atmosphere, history, and a way of living that feels deeply inviting. The legacy of Ralph Lauren's design philosophy. Ralph Lauren's approach to design has always celebrated heritage and craftsmanship. His winter farmhouse style brings that philosophy home, quite literally. It combines elements of classic Americana with European refinement, creating spaces that feel rich with tradition yet perfectly livable. Every room reflects his love of storytelling through texture, pattern, and color, where timeless design meets modern comfort.
Before we dive back into the previous video, take a moment to subscribe to the Vintage and Rustic Decor YouTube channel if you haven't already. Your support helps us continue sharing beautiful inspirations filled with timeless charm, rustic warmth, and vintage elegance. Don't forget to also like the video and leave a comment, whether it's your thoughts, favorite pieces, or ideas you'd love to see next. Every like, comment, and subscription truly helps our creative community grow and keeps the spirit of vintage and rustic living alive.
Farmhouse roots with refined elegance. The foundation of Ralph Lauren's winter house lies in its farmhouse authenticity. Exposed beams, antique furnishings, and aged wood floors give the home a rustic soul. But where the magic happens is in the layering. Cashmere throws, fine leather accents, and linen draperies elevate the simplicity into something sophisticated. It's a farmhouse that feels noble yet approachable, merging rugged roots with refined style. Vintage florals and the beauty of tradition. Ralph Lauren's love of florals is timeless, echoing English country houses and vintage manor charm. In his winter aesthetic, faded rose prints and muted botanical patterns add softness to masculine spaces. A leather armchair beside a floral pillow or drapery trimmed in velvet creates visual poetry, a gentle nod to nostalgia that still feels fresh. These florals aren't fussy, they're storied, telling tales of heritage and craftsmanship. color palette of warm sophistication. Color defines the mood of Ralph Lauren's winter interiors. Deep navy, camel, and cream form the foundation, accented by hints of burgundy and forest green. These rich, comforting tones envelop every space with warmth. Against dark wood and glowing firelight, colors come alive, creating an atmosphere that feels grounded, intimate, and beautifully timeless. Living rooms that tell a story. The living room in Ralph Lauren's winter house is all about layering, fabrics, textures, and memories. Plaidable blankets rest over linen sofas, and antique trunks double as coffee tables. Equestrian artwork and vintage books fill the shelves, while brass lamps cast a soft, golden glow. It's a space that invites storytelling, conversation, and quiet reflection on long winter evenings. The Heritage Kitchen, warm, welcoming, and well-loved. Ralph Lauren's Farmhouse kitchen feels like the beating heart of the home. Natural wood cabinetry, copper pots, and aged stone surfaces create an environment that's both functional and deeply comforting. A bowl of apples on the counter or a bouquet of dried flowers in a porcelain vase adds a personal touch. It's a place that feels lived in, a kitchen where time slows down and beauty is found in the everyday. Dining in timeless style. Dining rooms in the Ralph Lauren winter aesthetic blend rustic character with refined dining traditions. Think a solid oak table, vintage china, and silver candlesticks flickering in the evening light. Floral table runners and plaid napkins strike a balance between formal and cozy. Each meal becomes an occasion, surrounded by textures and tones that feel rich with history and grace. Bedrooms of classic comfort. In Ralph Lauren's world, bedrooms are sanctuaries layered in softness and warmth. Quilted bedding, wool blankets, and floral pillows create an enveloping comfort that invites rest. The mix of tartan patterns with vintage florals brings a sense of harmony, masculine and feminine, heritage and modern. A leather armchair, a reading lamp, and a view of the snow outside complete the story of quiet luxury. Textures that define the season. Texture is everything in Ralph Lauren's winter design language. From tweed to velvet, from weathered wood to polished brass, every surface tells a story. The combination of rustic and refined materials creates a layered look that feels organic and timeless. It's the kind of home where every texture invites you to touch, to stay, and to feel the comfort of the season. Lighting that creates warmth and depth. Lighting plays a pivotal role in Ralph Lauren's interiors. Warm, diffused light from antique sconces, chandeliers, and table lamps sets the mood. Candles flicker in the background, highlighting textures and reflecting off mirrors and brass accents. It's about atmosphere, subtle, sophisticated, and deeply intimate, transforming rooms into evening sanctuaries. A study of character and charm. The study or library in Ralph Lauren's Farmhouse embodies old-world sophistication. Rich mahogany shelves lined with classic literature, plaid upholstery, and floral drapes evoke the charm of a private retreat. A leather armchair beside a roaring fire makes the perfect reading corner. It's a space for contemplation and creativity, filled with personal history and warmth. Bathrooms with heritage grace. Even the bathrooms in Ralph Lauren's winter house feel luxurious and nostalgic. Marble counters, clawfoot tubs, and brass fixtures blend utility with timeless beauty. Add a touch of vintage floral wallpaper and woven baskets for softness. Every detail contributes to a serene escape that reflects refined simplicity. Entryways that welcome with presence. First impressions matter, and Ralph Lauren's Farmhouse entryway sets the tone for elegance. A worn Persian rug, antique mirror, and simple floral arrangement make guests feel instantly at home. There's an effortless charm here, a quiet sophistication that whispers of history, craftsmanship, and care. The Equestrian influence. No Ralph Lauren design would be complete without a nod to equestrian heritage. Saddler leather, riding boots, and horse prints often find subtle ways into his interiors. These elements evoke the brand's iconic style, polished, noble, and rich with outdoor inspiration. It's a reminder that true luxury often comes from authenticity and tradition. Mixing old and new for enduring style. The genius of Ralph Lauren's interiors lies in his ability to blend old and new seamlessly. An antique writing desk might sit beside a modern lamp. A vintage rug anchors sleek furniture. This fusion creates spaces that feel timeless rather than trendy. It's about honoring heritage while embracing evolution, a hallmark of enduring design. Seasonal accents for winter warmth. Ralph Lauren's winter farmhouse embraces the season with subtlety. Plaid throws, evergreen garlands, and candlelight set a festive yet elegant mood. Nothing feels overdone. Every piece fits naturally into the larger story. Seasonal touches remind us that true beauty comes from thoughtful, meaningful design. The spirit of heritage living. At its core, Ralph Lauren's winter house celebrates heritage, craftsmanship, tradition, and the art of living beautifully. It's not just about how a home looks, but how it feels. Every piece, every texture, every floral accent contributes to a narrative of comfort and authenticity. It's heritage living elevated for the modern world. Conclusion: a winter house that feels like home. Ralph Lauren's winter house is more than a design. It's an experience. With its blend of rustic farmhouse charm, vintage florals, and timeless sophistication, it invites us to slow down, savor the season, and celebrate the beauty of heritage living. If this inspired your love of cozy, elegant interiors, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more design inspiration rooted in warmth, nostalgia, and enduring style.